Hi everybody, and welcome to my second match in the World Cup 2020. This is Germany A against the United Kingdom, and we're playing against the many P's, or Mr. P. Don't know how many those are actually. Haven't bothered to count. Anyway, we look at this first board, and what do we see? There's sacrifice for trashing, silos for, well, I guess early cycling, and there's Seer for draw, which is pretty good. There's also, and Seer can draw stuff like Chariot Races, Merchants, got Hamlet for action, so got all we need basically. So how do we want to open? Since sacrifice is the only trashing, I guess we want to open that, and on 3 probably a silver is fine, and we try to hit 5 on this next shuffle to buy a Seer. Oh, he goes for the silos opening. Okay. Well, I guess this means we'll hit 5 on the next hand, so that's pretty nice. This could be a merchant, could be a chariot race, could also be a scheme. I think I like the scheme. Top decking the Seer would be pretty good early on. Let's get a scheme here. And trashing a copper is also nice here because Seer can't draw those, so we don't mind having all these estates so much actually. Well, we do want to get rid of them, but Seer can at least draw them. With 5 again, probably another Seer. Like Seer draw is gonna be really good here. We wanna draw our deck. Finds a Seer after Silo discard, and he goes for spices on his second 5. There should be 2 estates down here, so we play the Seer now. Top deck a copper, that's fine. And well, I guess we keep the estates over the coppers for now, because those can be trashed. Would also be nice to get like a second sacrifice, because trashing with 1 is pretty slow, and for that we would also like to have a Hamlet in our deck. There's gonna be a Seer here, which we'll draw, and we top deck the Seer, so we should see most of this stuff again. Maybe we can buy a spices here to get a buy, and then next turn something like sacrifice Hamlet. And to buy a spices we trash a copper. And gonna top deck that Seer. And there's lots of cards in there that these Seers can draw, so this should be a good draw for us. Gets a sacrifice as well now. Top deck a copper, let's see what this guy finds. We top deck the spices, that's fine. And now sacrifice Hamlet. Alright. And we top deck 1 Seer. Hamlets can also be drawn by the Seer. Sacrifice can be drawn, so these are really nice cards for our deck. And now I think we focus on getting more Seers And we can add payload by adding merchants or chariot races maybe. What did you top deck? 2 coppers, alright. What do we want to buy here? If we discard for buy, trash a copper, we have 6, and we've got 2 coffers, could be 8, which could be Seer, merchant. Well, let's do that. And we top deck the Seer, of course. Let's hope we can find the second one here. Oh, it's 1 in 3, because there's a Seer in there. Oh, we did get the estate. So we're gonna find the Seer. Top deck 2 coppers, that's alright. This is 6. This can just be 2 merchants and we trash an estate. Well, it can also be 7 Seer Hamlet. Maybe that's better. We wanna draw everything first and then we get rid of these estates. Oh, didn't count the silver, so Seer merchant actually. Don't need more than 1 Hamlet right now. Races, of course, are also nice with Seers because you can set up the top of your deck. So you could mix in some Chariot Races. Oh, that was a nice turn for him. Gets another Seer, and let's see what this other thing is gonna be. I think right now we have 4 Seers. He has 3. I think we should get the last 2, probably. I mean, there's also catacombs and stuff for draw, so maybe not that necessary to get the last 2. Well, there's even 3 remaining, so shouldn't rush that. So I guess we play Hamlet discard for action first, because it's pretty likely we find the other sacrifice here. And we wanna give this Seer some more space to search in. Well, we can even draw everything. So how much is this gonna be? These merchants this is 4 with the silver. Spices is 6, so right now we've got 9. Can be 10 if we trash 1 copper. Which could be something like spices and something. Could also be trash 2 estates and buy spices merchant maybe. Well, we can of course also just trash these coppers and don't use up the money, but I feel that's a bit inefficient. Let's go spices Seer here. I mean, could also be third spices, but that might be a little greedy. We don't want to dart. Maybe it's a bit too conservative. On this turn, I would like to buy like 3 merchants, I guess. We've got 5 Seers now, which is good. He buys the last Seers out, alright. Top deck spices, top deck these 2. Guess we'll do it like this. Top deck copper. So on top there's like a Seer and an estate, I think. We can set up a Seer for next turn here. It's on top already, actually. So let's discard this guy for action. How much can we get here? This is 4, 8, 10, 12. And 12 is enough. Well, we don't have to use the coffers if we trash the coppers. And then we can buy 4 merchants. Could also mix in a Chariot Race. I mean, it's not guaranteed, right? We can hit Seers with Chariot Race, but he also has a good amount of 5 costs in his deck, so maybe just get merchants. And top deck is Seer. Maybe we could think about adding like a treasure trove at this point. Would also be nice to have some golds in deck. The Seers can't draw them, but I think we've got a good amount of... Well, actually we didn't have overdraw last turn. Or maybe that's not true. Did his race hit a Seer? We had a sacrifice on top, okay. He's drawing well as well now. He's also got 5 Seers, of course. He's got less coppers trash than we do, though. Which might become a problem later if we green. I mean, there's already a copper on top now, right? I don't know if he can draw that. Oh, he's got silos, so it's alright. But they can get in the way of Seers once there's more stuff in the deck that they can draw. like provinces. So he hits 12 here, 13, 15 with the coffers. Let's see what he does. I think we definitely would like to add a treasure trove. We can also add in catacombs for draw, and gaining a gold every turn is pretty good for your economy. So maybe this turn we can go treasure trove, catacombs, hamlet, and then we can green. Then we can start greening. Oh, he goes for some merchants and spices. So piles are kind of low now also. So we wanna see if we can create pile threat. But also wanna try setting up a Seer for this turn. I guess the best way is for that is to discard one and play this guy last. We need to play these first. We've got massive overdraw, so we shouldn't worry about that. Let's do it like this. Action, Y. Now we leave the CR on top, that's nice. Now we trash these estates. So we've got 4 buys right now. He also has 4 buys. Oh, no, actually not. He's got 1 more spices than we do. But he can't make 25 money. How much did he make last time? I think it was like 15 with the coffers. But he used 2. So this time that would be 13, and then he had a copper top deck, so could be 14. Plus spices, that's 16. Plus 3 merchants, that's 19. I think 22, he can make 22. But anyway, so how do we best set this up? Or how do we best continue? I think I do like the treasure trove because we want more payload in our deck. And I don't think we need to add catacombs here. Because we had so much overdraw. So could be treasure trove, and what else? That leaves 7. We could have 14. Could be treasure trove and like a chariot race and 2 hamlets. I don't know. That potentially gives us some buys, but we don't have enough money to make anything out of these buys. Let's just go treasure trove and 3 races. Need 1 more coffer for that. Top deck is Seer. And on this turn we need to score, we need to green. Maybe these races should have just been silvers. Yeah. Or maybe like 1 silver mixed in or something. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Because I do not like the fact that he can like score and buy a spices or something, and then he's got pressure on that spices pile, and we need to score enough to overcome that. And we only gain the gold from treasure trove now for our next turn, but we would really like to have it here, I guess. Oh, let's see what he decides to do. Got a copper top decked for the silos. Still has to play a hamlet though. Well, he doesn't have to, but maybe he wants to. Yeah, we really need to hope he's got like 3 cost top decked. I don't know about these chariot races basically. Probably it should have just been silvers or something else. Okay, so does he double here, or could be province spices? Trying to have a threat on the spices pile, saving up the coffers. Okay, well, he can also pile Chariot Races, of course. So we need to outscore him. We top deck a Seer. That's nice for the race. Oh, nice. He's got a copper on top. Okay. So these races should hit. We don't have anything that costs 0. Can just play it. Where's the third race? There it is. What's the last thing on top? Oh, it's gonna score. So discard 1 for buy. He's got so much overdraw, so don't really need to worry about dudding. Making all races hit here was really good. Do we wanna keep this sacrifice? I think not. Okay, and we double here. Top deck is Seer. I think that puts us in a good spot, especially these 3 races hits. Unlucky for him to have a copper top deck there. And we've got a Seer, that's nice, so... Well, he's got Province to hit with the race. But was only 1 race that hit. So we had 17 last time, right? So if he doubles here, we can't quite double back. We can't quite triple, I mean. We can also then double. But we've got to see how the point situation is, because he might be able to then outscore us. If he can't straight up triple. Nice thing is we have a way of putting economy in our deck while greening with this treasure trove, and he doesn't. Oh, he can almost triple. Almost. Not that it would have helped him, I think, because that we could beat that with double and double and an estate or something, or just a chariot race hit. Well, maybe he goes double and a duchy. No, double and spices. That sounds good as well. He spent 1 coffer, right? So he threatens triple. Now we top deck a trove. I think we wanna wait till we top deck province with this chariot race. There's one. It's got a merchant, okay. Let's first do these merchants. We can blow up that scheme if we need to. What's down there? Some amount of Seers, some free costs, and we don't want to hit these, so... Oh, there's a 5 cost, so we play it now. And there's a 3 cost, okay. Can do it like this. Well, actually, what's the last card? It's a Hamlet, and we want that, right? So, gotta do it differently. Like this. So we discard for buy. Okay, so what do we do here? We need to outscore him. What if we double province plus duchy? That's 15 points, right? So we're up to 38, so he would need 9, he would need 10. And that's easy for him if he draws. But if he draws, he can also triple. Oh, but province, duchy, estate is definitely easier than tripling, so guess we have to hope that he can't triple. We also need to score enough so that he can't pile. What could you pile? Chariot Races, buy a duchy on top. That's 20. Could be 3 duchies and the catacombs. Next turn we can triple ourselves. If you go 3 duchies, catacombs, and he doubles or something, we're up to 32. He's up to something like 40. I think we can then beat that. Let's go with 3 duchies and the catacombs. Top deck is Seer. You have to hope he can't draw here, or can't draw everything he needs for triple. Oh, we've got a race on top, that's not good. I mean, he can set up his races anyway with provinces. This should be triple for him, right? Yeah, it's exactly triple. Okay, so he wins the first one. I think just played that not efficiently enough. Adding the payload, we had too much overdraw and not enough payload in our deck was the problem. The treasure trove came too late. Alright, what's this thing? There's temple for trashing, replace for trashing. We've got cities for actions and wild hunts to score. Yeah, so I guess you build something with... the stuff is expensive, right? With cities and wild hunts, but battlefield is kinda nice with wild hunt. Oh, just greening fast is also nice with battlefield, so... But I mean greening fast by, for example, replacing stuff. He opens temple. I think we don't want to open temple. Would rather do like silver bard or silver envoy to hit 5 for a replace. So this is gonna be a silver. And I think a bard along with that. Could also be envoy. Because that makes us cycle faster. Let's go with the bard. This is gonna be a vagrant, I think. Could also be another silver. Let's go with the vagrant. Okay, so here we hit 5 to get a replace. Well, let's top deck the vagrant, I guess. Gets a city. This is 4. Down there's well, we could get the temple here. We could also try to replace an estate into a temple. Let's get another silver for now. We wanna hit 5 for cities. There's the bard on top. So here we can replace the silver into a city, I guess, by a vagrant. Oh, that city came in handy. He's drawing nicely so far. Of course, the temple does good work. I guess here here we could top deck an envoy. I mean, top decking a temple just to trash like a copper, it's not great. Of course, there could also, we've got 3 estates still, so could also be the estate down there, but we don't know that. Thinking what to buy next, I guess. How much stuff to trash. He kept 5 for the city. Let's play the bard first. Don't Don't think we wanna do that. So I think we put Envoy on top and buy a temple. And we need another city. So down here, how many vagrants do we have? We have 2, right? Got 2. So that should all be coppers down there. 6 coppers. We haven't trashed a copper so far. So we can vagrant once. We could also vagrant twice and cause like a shuffle, but to make all these coppers miss. But then we also make the city that we buy miss the shuffle. And if Envoy reveals the city, that's pretty bad. Let's shuffle the city in. Also shuffle the Envoy in. Okay, this is nice to pair the temple with estate copper. That's really good. Cities are pretty important here, I guess, because it's the only village. So we want to get as many of these as we can. Replaces the silver here into a city and buys another one, I guess. Oh, Wild Hunt. That's also nice. So might want to buy another silver because we can replace it into 5s. This is a nice starting hand. He's drawing really nicely now. Seems to be well ahead. Takes the battlefield points here and buys another city, alright. Well, probably gonna discard the replace here once he's back. Yeah, this one is not looking good at all, I think. It's got 3 wild hunts to our 0. It's got 4 cities to our 2. Guess his opening was just better. I mean, temple can be swingy. Like if you draw it with like 4 coppers or something, that's really sad. Which is why I don't like to open it, but maybe it was alright here. Yeah, he discards the replace. Let's play the city and then the bard. Yeah, I guess we're gonna take a gold. What's in the discard? Vagrant Temple, replace and stuff. Yeah, we don't want to top deck these. And just a city here. That's all of our cities, so we really hope to draw the envoy now. Or just to replace would be fine as well, but we need to get through this shuffle. Oh, he does here. That helps us. Really going for the battlefield points now. There's the envoy, okay. Oh, we lose to replace. That hurts, of course. Maybe the Bard. Well, Moon's Gift is gone, so it's probably not gonna help us get it. So let's trash like this. And could be another city. Could be a wild hunt. We do want more draw. But we also don't want to lose this city split. This is not a good hand. Probably empties the cities here now. He's also got lots of VP already from the battlefield stuff. We did put his temple in the bin, replaced it at some point, I guess. So it's also not that trash, but once a pile empties and cities become activated, he should have no trouble drawing a stack. Would also like a second replace. So it takes the points here. I don't know if he actually doesn't have any targets left, I think, to replace stuff into. He just curses us and takes battlefield points. That's good as well, of course. Yeah, so now we don't want to take the city because then we activate them for him. So we probably just buy a wild hunt. Probably gonna activate the cities for us now. If he doesn't, we can maybe do it mid-turn. It's also got he's got a really big points lead now because of all this wild hunt business and replacing business. We'll probably replace estate to estate again. Also estate pile is pretty low, so cities could become level 2 soon. Yeah, like this VP lead is really tough to overcome. I don't see how we can do that, but let's play on for a bit. So thinking about what to buy, I guess. Well, for sure is because it's his buy phase, but I think just a city for him is pretty good. Oh, he quests. That's interesting. Didn't want to activate cities for us. Well, there's the replace. We're not gonna activate cities for him as well. What do we even replace this into? Vagrant, I guess. Could also be a state to curse him, but battlefield points are gone. And then he can also activate cities for himself mid-turn. I mean, there's probably not really a point in playing this out at this point, but well, he does that here, so maybe there's some miracle comeback that we can do. Vagrant draws a curse that helps. Play the envoy now. There's a city. Okay, let's play the Bard first. Alright, do we want to take that last city? Would really help us draw our deck, wouldn't it? It also helps him, of course, but he's already drawing pretty well. I mean, he did that last turn, so maybe that's not true. He does have 5 cities and 3 wild hunts, so should be able to draw it though. Should be able to draw. Maybe we just double province though. Let's see. We trash Copper Curse, then we can single province. We also trash a silver. If we only trash the curse, we can double by also replacing gold at 16. If we take city, what's gonna happen? I mean, we'll both be drawing pretty consistently, and he has a points lead. So how do we catch up? So let's double. I think I like that better. We put a city on top there, then we get one less province, don't give him a curse. And we're behind a good amount. And he also could have mid-turn activated, could have mid-turn bumped up his cities by replacing into a state, Wild Hunt for a state, and then maybe he can just pile vagrants. This turn, you can maybe think about replacing temple into temple for some additional VP. It should be thinner by now, I think. Should have played temple more often than he did. This is a really nice starting hand again. How much economy does he have? Not that much, right? He replaced all his silvers. He's got a gold. If he wants to replace that, then can't use it anymore to buy something. So he takes that estate. Gives us a curse as well. Quests again. Oh, that's nice for another gold, of course. Gonna take the... No. Oh, maybe he's gonna discard the Wild Hunt. Yeah, he did. That's fine. Let's see, there should be provinces down there. Vagrants did not find them. Oh, that's nice. How many cities did he play last turn? That 1, 2, 3. So he should have 2 in there. So gonna replace this curse. Into a vagrant, I guess. It lowers piles, but do we have any options? Could also replace silver into temple, but we don't really want that top deck. There's already a temple on top. And then just province. Yeah, this is not great. Need to find a city with this vagrant. He's probably got a Wild Hunt here, so he can now bump up his cities, I guess. Oh no, didn't have one. Guess he played them all last turn. Okay, it's got a city on top, or a province. Yeah, that's not what it should be. Guess we just draw and quest or something. I mean, this is basically slowly dying, but I guess you could have some freak duds. Not anymore. Not with bumped up cities. Takes the temple VP. We can't take this. Let's play the Bard. Wisp is nice. Oh, that's alright. Trash like this. Replace this thing. And we buy a duchy. Don't want a duchess. Oh, he did that here. We do play the envoy. That's a nice reveal. Play the wisp first. Oh, nice. Oh, Vagrant would have also drawn that, but play the Vagrant. How much do we need? 11. Mellingham Province puts him to 43. Buying one puts us to 39, so that's not enough. There's some bad stuff on top that we want to clear, I think. Let's hope this Vagrant doesn't draw. Oh, it does. Well, he did. What did he discard? Just a city, right? So we can draw it up. Is there a way we can win? Temple Obey the Curse. That puts us to 35. Replace province to province. That puts him to 43. Buy a province, then we're at 41. So not enough. Maybe the Bard can help us. It's not a lot of help. Don't need that, right? Well, I guess we have to just single here. In which case, can't even use replace. We're one short. Guess we just single and hope for another dot. Which is pretty unlikely. But maybe we're lucky. Doesn't look like it. Just needs to find this replace and a province. Oh, maybe it bottom decks. Nope. Alright. GG. Wins the second one. Well, at least we somehow made a game out of it. I think we fell pretty far behind in the beginning, but came kinda close in the end. Guess we needed another dot, which didn't happen. Let's see what the third one brings us, in which we will start again. Okay, so what do we do here? Could be Bard Church, could be Cut Purse Church. Cut Purse is meh. Could be Double Church as well. I do like hitting 5, so let's go Bard Church and can hit hunting parties. Additional gains is Grave Robber, I guess. You can ball for stuff and then Grave Rob it into better stuff. Let's open with this Bard. Didn't do us any good last time. Maybe it'll do us better this time. And the church here. Oh, we do hit 5 here, so we don't set anything aside. And I think a hunting party. He goes for the cut purse, okay. Well, we actually want to buy something, so no thank you. Let's buy a hunting party. If his cut purse doesn't hit us here, we buy a second church. If it does, a haven is fine as well. So second church. Yeah, I mean, doing more than single province seems pretty difficult here. Oh, that's nice. Could be a fishing village. I think we'll want one. A villain, it might be nice as well. Or a grave robber later. Let's see. Add in some hunting parties and we try to single, I guess. Or maybe don't need to set anything aside here, right? We can hit 5, we can trash twice. And another hunting party, I think. Trash 2 estates here. See what the Bard has for us. Top deck a hunting party. Okay. Could be villain. I think that's alright. Could hurt him. The attack. And the coffers are nice. And I think we just built some single thing. I mean, you can try to be fancy with balling for stuff and then grave robbering that stuff into other 5s, but don't know if that's fast enough. Don't set anything aside. And another hunting party. I mean, a single grave robber is fine later, I guess, because we don't need both these churches anymore. And they can become something better. Okay, nice, we draw through here. Let's play the bard first, I think. Again, a silver. Well, we can draw that up. And here we can set 2 coppers aside. Oh, let's think, what do we want to buy? We could also ball for something. Could also, well, we can buy a gold. Gold is alright in this deck. Can use the coffers. We could also ball for stuff. Could ball for Fishing Village Haven or something. Just make our deck more stable. Which then could also just be another hunting party, I guess. We could go hunting party and grave robber on our next buy, and then one of the churches can become a gold eventually. And yeah, this hand seems like it was a good idea to buy another hunting party. Through all of our coppers there. Well, we can get a gold this way. Discard 3, set 2 coppers aside. We still have lots of coppers, so maybe it's too early for a grave robber still. We do have a good amount of coffers. Well, we can also get rid of the bard or stuff. Let's get a grave robber now. Because the grave robber can also give us the ability to double eventually. We have a good amount of coffers set up. Gets a villain as well. Trash this. We can get rid of the Bard and switch it out for a hunting party that we put on top. And then we buy a province. Set the coffers aside. Then we need to use 2 coffers, that's okay. So that cut purse is gonna discard a copper. You should play the villain first, because that way around the attack is better. He does. Rightfully so. Buys a grave robber as well. Okay, let's see if we can find our stuff. We can, it seems. We want that Bard back. Goes on top of our deck, which is not great. I don't think we want it back, do we? Don't want to dud because of that. Maybe now we can get it back if it's still in there. Oh, but getting it back, it would only be food to become another 5 anyway. We can't play it. We only have 1 village. Just want to focus on not dudding now, and guess we don't even want to trash the churches because they are nice, setting the provinces aside. If this continues like this, we should win this because we're 2 provinces ahead. There shouldn't be a way that he can catch up. He goes for a second grave robber, okay. Wants to outbuild us. Guess we discard the fishing village. Oh, now maybe the grave robber. We are not planning on using it, right? Trash copper. Okay, draw everything. So we set copper 2 provinces aside. Buy a province. Now if he buys one, we can double grave robbering the villain into a province, and then there shouldn't be a way that he can beat us, or maybe even grave robbering hunting party. If we can that way set up, sure, single province turn. Yeah, there shouldn't be a way he can catch us. If he can somehow triple this turn, well, that just loses. If he doubles, that loses. If he singles, we double, and that pretty much loses as well. Let's discard the church. Goes for the single, yeah. So, trash this. Alright, there's another hunting party in there. So, we church away 3 provinces. We play the villain. That's we don't play the if we play the villain, we get 7 coffers. We need to use 1, then we'll have 6 coffers next turn. Oh no. Let's not be fancy here. Let's church hunting party, 2 provinces, grave robber villain, and then we shouldn't miss next turn. Right, we'll need to use 1 coffers here. We'll have 4. We need to draw like gold, silver, gold, copper, fishing village. Yeah, we have it in hand. Okay, so we managed to take that one. We'll be starting the 4th game. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Already put this thing. So let's go for the fourth game. See what it brings us. I guess he's also away. Oh, there he is. Alright, what is this? Some Sauna Avanto stuff. There's also Alchemists for draw. Can gain stuff with Lurker. Patricians. The start chart. Trashing is only Saunas and Silvers. So I guess we wanna do that. And it's not too bad if you only get like 2 Avantos, because there's other ways to draw here. So let's open Sauna Silver, I guess. Hope for a good draw. Oh, let's see if we can find the silver. He didn't, but hitting 5 is nice for it then. We also didn't. It could be start chart, but what good does top decking Saunas do us at this point? Well, if we know there's a silver, then it's good, but would have to be bottom decked here. We can still buy it if it's bottom decked, because that means we won't hit 5. Probably just a second silver for faster trashing. I think here we'll get a den. He is thinking about triggering this shuffle, I guess. Probably doesn't want to, because that makes his Sauna and den miss. Just by star chart, okay. We're gonna get a den here. Oh, he pairs it up for trashing, that's nice. We hope to find our Sauna as well. We do not find it. And do we want a second den here? Down there's Sauna and Silver. If the Sauna isn't bottom decked, it's probably better not to trigger the shuffle, because we'll hit 5 again. Maybe we buy a second Sauna here. Yeah, that's a good draw. And then here we can buy another den. And then we should be able to trash nicely with 2 silvers and 2 Saunas in our deck. We also kind of want to buy at some point. And we can switch into Lurkers later, because Lurkering Alchemists was pretty good. Once we're thin, that's a good way to add stuff to our deck, I think. Let's hope we see a Sauna here, or ideally 2. He's gotten rid of 3 cards already. That's pretty good. Well, 2 this turn. Yeah, I definitely think we want Lurkers later, because Lurkering Alchemists is pretty great. Well, I mean, they're just labs basically, but Lurkering labs is good. And we wanna trash all of our stuff in our deck. That seems like a good way to then add other cards. Get the horse traders now. Nope, no Sauna. So there's two saunas down there, and they then do we want to trigger that thing? Like if we buy a den here, then we trigger a shuffle with this stuff in it. Could be horse traders as well. Would really like to have the saunas return to our shuffle. Let's see if he plans on getting these lurkers as well. Or maybe it's a little early for them. Would like to trash first. We have to hope our other sauna is top decked here. Oh, it isn't. But that's fine. I guess this could be start chart. There's the sauna on top. We could like put a silver on top to make sure it can trash. Oh, we find another sauna as well. That's good. The thing with the horse traders is, of course, it's not that great if you're still trashing, because you reduce your hand size. Well, you have to reduce your hand size before the trashing stuff. Buys a gold. Okay. Oh, that's alright. Discard like this and here another den. Okay, this is looking nice now. And now I would like to get lurkers, I think. You can also constantly pillage your opponent. Well, if they don't have horse traders with lurkers. If they don't have horse traders in hand. Here we wanna top deck a sauna, of course. Buys another den. Top deck a sauna. Alright. So I think we want to get another den in play. I think we want another one of those in play first, and then we go into Lurkers. What's on top? There's Sauna and a den. And we want to finish trashing, I think, before we go into Lurkers, so let's get a den here. Could be one Lurker already, but it doesn't really help this turn, so could be a patrician, could be just patrician. Let's put the Sauna on top, I guess. Could also be patrician. Can hit, well, it can hit dens basically, so. Oh, there it is anyway. Let's see if he buys 2 more dens here. I have a feeling he is playing some. Oh. Seems like he's doing some Moneyish thing with dens. Not sure. Do like building here. Oh, he gets a patrician as well. Okay. And a den. So, oh nice, it hit the den, that's really good. Okay, now we can finish trashing. Guess now we get a Lurker. Let's put this guy on top. Not sure what he's oopsing about. Or maybe he lost some money or something because of how he sequenced that. And now we need to get Lurkers into our deck. And against a Lurker, okay. So we can't put anything in the bin. So just 2 Lurkers here, I think. Put this guy on top again. And on this turn we can probably buy like a lurker and a den. Let's see. He's got a lot of money, but only 2 buys. Okay, so he stays with 1 lurker. Okay. Alright, so we do have enough draw, don't we? This can be lurker first. Which we draw up to lurk another thing. It's also nice to be able to gain and play, right? So let's gain an alk here. And we horse traders this. And don't trash here. 2 patricians, I think. Could also be more lurkers, but 4 is enough right now, I think. We wanna like lurker pillage and play it, and for that we have to first lurker a walled village. If we also wanna play the horse traders, that is, or if we wanna draw up the spoils. And patricians also opens up out VP if we get those. And pillage attacks him and gives us economy, which we need. He's just greening on provinces, it seems. Did win the labyrinth points, which is good for him. Okay, let's play this guy. This guy. Didn't hit. Okay. Wanna get a pillage now. Let's hope this hits. Well, actually it doesn't make a difference, does it? We can even make it hit, but we don't have the action, but we have to play the walled village first anyway. I mean, this could also be Patrician Emporium. Right, that's 7. And if we're not gonna use that these pillage spoils, I don't think we want them yet. Might have been a bit stupid to gain the pillage in that case, but here we are. Put the Alk on top. Yeah, we also need to gain more Alks. That wasn't played correctly at last turn. The pillage didn't make any sense the way we played it. He's still drawing fine, which should at some point stop because all his draw is dense. But he can double here, so maybe he just this money thing just gonna be scoring consistently enough. So we need more draw. We also need points. And we need to attack him. Oh, he does have the horse traders, so can't attack him. That's a pity. Did only get to play 2 dents this time. Oh, but he gets to double again, so that's not looking good. Not looking good at all. So this time we draw better. In fact, we managed to draw through. Well, we need points, right? So let's get these Emporia. Can I get that pillage? How much do we have? We have 12. If you play these spoils, we can also have 10 keeping the spoils, but don't know if we want to keep them. Let's do it like this. Buy 2 duchies. We're pretty screwed, I think. He's so far ahead. Was just too fast, I guess, what he did. Too fast for the fancy lurker stuff. He does pull that pillage out of the bin. Yeah, buying that province. I mean, we need like all these duchies. eat all of them. At least that patrician did draw. Oh, that did draw as well. Okay, here we can attack him, and we should. And we gain an arc to draw these spoils. Oh, okay. What do we discard? I guess the silver, because can't hit 8. Can't allow that to happen. We keep these spoils. Oh, they're not doing us any good, are they? I'm not even sure if we can we technically catch up. Haven't checked that. What's this? That's 18 points. That's 42 to us. So we can only tie at this point. And now not anymore. Alright. GG. Yeah, something went wrong there, I guess. I wouldn't have thought that he could score that fast, but maybe what we were doing also wasn't that fast in the first place. Anyway, here we've got Advance, we've got Spice Merchant. So let's open Spice Merchant, save Herbalist, and we can hopefully advance that Herbalist into something nice. There's Goons. Conclave is the only village. Well, there's also Procession, which can also be a village, so there's a bunch of stuff to do here. Yeah, Conclave is a awkward village, kind of an awkward village. Well, but I guess you can maybe use Scepter to help out. So save this guy. You will be advanced food. Here we save a copper. We should then, if the Spice Merchant doesn't bottom deck, we should then be able to hit 5 at least and can buy a minion. Oh, that was one too many, but we're gonna advance this guy into a Goons or into a minion is the question. Oh, let's get a Goons now. Oh, well, didn't account for that thing where copper bottom decks. Well, I guess we can get a second Spice Merchant to get rid of these coppers faster, find the Goons, and then we can advance them later or procession them. Here we could well, saving an estate doesn't really help us here. Could be another herbalist. We have Goons for the buy, so we can hopefully advance it. Okay, so I think here the second Spice Merchant will be advanced, because we don't want to trigger that shuffle. Could be Conclave, advance into minion, because we might want to play some stuff. We might need to play some Goons before a minion discard or something. Let's see. He's got the Goons here. Okay. Just gonna trash here. Trash and draw, and hope to draw the minion. That would be the best outcome. Oh, we don't draw it. Guess another herbalist. Just as advanced target. Okay, please don't minion us here. Oh, he didn't. Okay. Guess we can keep the herbalist because we can advance it. And this 4 can be a procession, I think. We can process a Spice Merchant, we can process a minion. That's all okay. Could be another Conclave as well. Would like to keep the Spice Merchant a little longer, I guess, because we want to get rid of all of our coppers. So we don't necessarily want to process it now. Let's get another Conclave. This hand can be minioned, I don't mind, but don't think he has a minion in here. Yeah, it's not in the shuffle, so it's not gonna get minioned. So we want to find our minion. We don't, but we find a Goons, which is fine as well. And here we buy a Procession. Can also process Conclaves and stuff. This is gonna get minion, but we find Conclave minion. Oh nice, we can even process that Conclave. Into a minion. Gets a Procession as well. Well, I guess we can play it because we can afford the stuff we want anyway. And this way we can save an estate, I guess. I don't want to top deck these. I think we want to trash this copper, Conclave Spice Merchant, and then minion discard. Oh, we can't do that. Never mind. Can't keep 4. So do it like this. Conclave the Goons. Draw on here. Do we want to process the minion? I think it's fine because there's also Scholar that we could use. There is a spice, a herbalist down there. Here we discard and put the minion into the shuffle. We can just advance this and save an estate. More minions. It's always good. This could be a dot turn if he didn't find a minion here. He didn't, okay. Wanna discard here. We process this Conclave. Oh, nope. Nope. That doesn't work because we already have minions in play. So we have to Conclave the Procession and then we process a minion. Discard first. Oh, coins here. Play the Goons. There is... I think we want to put this minion into the shuffle. Play a second Goons, that's nice. Alright, we hit 11. It could be minion, Scholar, save estate. I think I like that. Okay. It's looking nice so far, I think. We've got lots of minions. Of course, we already processed some, but we can replace them with Scholars. He goes into Groundskeepers now. We process the minion and discard. Here we need to discard again. Guess we use this for coins. How many more minions do we have? Not that many, I think. I wanna have this in the shuffle, I think. Okay, that's nice. We do have some more minions. I think we've got 4 now, and there's 2 Goons in there. We can't play both, but that's alright. There's 2 Goons, a Copper, and an Estate, I think. I think we need some more Conclaves. We're having some action issues. Guess we can buy Groundskeepers as well. We can just process them. If we need to. Can also buy some mix of Conclaves and Processions. And then we're looking good. Or 3 Goons even. Maybe 2 Conclaves and a Procession. Sounds good. Gonna get minioned here. That's a sad draw. Guess it's time to advance the Spice Merchant. Or maybe not. Still have 1 copper left. We could save it. Well, we have to discard it anyway. So we do it like this. Conclave a Goons, play a Goons. And another Scholar, I think. Here we've got to Procession the minion, unless we get minioned, which is of course also possible. Nope, because he goonsed us first. We do want to Procession the minion, because down there there's... Maybe we don't. How many Conclaves did we see this shuffle? We saw 1. Saw 1. No, 2. So there is a Conclave down there. I think Processioning the minion is fine in any case. We use this one for coins. Could also put it into the shuffle. Let's use it for coins to make more use out of that Scholar. So let's play a Goons here. Procession this minion. There's a Scholar down there. Oh, he did resign, okay. Yeah, seemed to be comfortably ahead there. Alright, so we go into the last one. This will be his start again. Let's see what we get for this board. Oh, good luck for the last one as well. Ooh, this is something. This is Lurker Hunting Grounds. Right. This is Lurker Hunting Grounds. Okay, so it's gonna be a quick one. Being second player in that mirror is not the best thing, I think. Maybe we can get a tie. Maybe. Oh, it's just a crapshoot. At this point. Lurker hunting grounds. Oh, Genadachi. So do we want this lurker? Will we even get to see it? Will we even get to play it? He played one lurker so far, bought another one. Four lurkers in his shuffle. Played one so far, so there's 3 lurkers in these. We also have 3 lurkers in here, which should be plenty enough to empty. So maybe we just buy an estate. Can't buy an estate here. Does he buy one as well? Oh. So he does have 2 lurkers in there still. We also do have 2 in there. Oh, that's not good. He's just gonna empty now, isn't he? Let's see if he's played 2 there. Got 1 more in here. If it's bottom decked, he's gonna have it next turn. If he trash hunting grounds for 3 estates here, he'll just pile. Well, if it's in hand, he'll just pile. If it's not in hand, then he's probably gonna buy an estate, I guess. We will be up to 16. He will be up to 20. Then we've got 2 more lurkers down there, right? If we draw both of these, then we can at least tie. I mean, we can discard for arena now and then hope to draw both lurkers. Doesn't make a difference, does it? Okay, so there's both lurkers. But if he's got his lurker here, we're just screwed. Oh, he's got it. Well, so I guess we just discard for arena. And with this lurker, what do we do? Get a soothsayer or something. I mean, it's just pretty lost. Soothsayer could give him a curse. What do we even need? We need like discard for arena again. That's not even enough. Well, giving a curse might be a good option to have. We want more lurkers. If he trashes this, it's over anyway, right? So don't have anything to discard for arena, which is not good. He's probably got it now. Yep. Alright, GG. So he wins the match. Well played. I think especially in some of these earlier games, he just played it better than I did. Thank you everybody for watching and listening, and see you next time. Goodbye.